Hello lovely air signs, welcome to your April reading with me, Lorien. This will be for Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. So we're going to go through it in that order throughout this video. We're using also the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. So as always, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising. If you'd like to skip ahead to your particular sign, all the information and the timestamps down below. So let's get on with Gemini. Just going to shuffle off camera first, and then I'll put it in front, hopefully. So first we have Eight of Cups. What are you walking away from this month? Right. I had a feeling she'd come out because she fell out when I was pre-shuffling before I started recording, so she was definitely ready to come through. Okay. So for me here, I would say, Gemini, that you have prepared or are preparing to walk away from some feeling of inadequacy or a feeling of conflict, tension, a little bit of defeat coming through here as well. As adversity, it's kind of like you are skilled, but other people seem to look upon you in a sort of strange way, as though you are not really being yourself, like, oh, you're showing off or something like that. So I feel like you're walking away from people, situations that make you feel such a way. There is also here within the Eight of Cups, there's a feeling of wanting to escape a disappointment, making sure that you've got all your cats in a row. All your cats in a row is just because I've got that one there. All your cups in a row, and you're now deciding to move on from a certain page or a certain place or even people. And that to me is you shutting the door on some kind of element in your life. Maybe you're moving house, maybe you're deciding to leave a job. It could even be metaphorical, like, okay, I'm leaving this project, or I'm putting this dream on hold and I'm moving something and focusing on myself a lot more, or I'm putting the needs of myself in place more than others. It just feels like there's something that you're now able to get the ball rolling in earnest and leaving the things that held you back behind you where they should be. That seems to be coming through most in April for you. But the Queen of Wands here, she is very much of influence. She is very exuberant, very vibrant. So it could be that you're gaining some of that quality of, I'm very confident in who I am and what I want to do. I believe in myself. There's a feel of riches, a little bit of fearlessness coming through here, being authentically you. So that could also be where you're leading to, yeah. Finding a new crowd, finding a new people who understand you, who you can appreciate and who appreciate you. And then resting. So I do feel that as soon as you get to a place where you feel you've had this growth, this self-confidence, this progress that you've wanted for quite a while, you're then able to sort of relax. Now I see this maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of self-development, getting into a new routine, feeling like you're transitioning as well as the seasons, and then you just kind of, maybe the last week of April, are able to just rest, have that stability, have that recuperation, where you're able to just sit back and go, okay, I've done what I need to do, and now I can just rest, basically. It is important to rest whenever you can, especially in this current thing that's happening right now still, and especially in 10 days the UK kind of opens up a little bit more, so it could be that you are able to finally get out and about, or finally meet those people, or finally get into a new routine that livens you up. Maybe you're putting the last 12 months away and you're like, okay, I'm ready to get rid of all this feeling, this lingering, this shadow work, this thing that's really making me feel like icky, and I can move on now and I can actually get back into the swing of things whilst understanding the need for rest. So that could be good for you as well. Lovely. Ten of Cups. So you definitely feel like you're getting into a place of contentment, of completion, alignment with your happiness, wanting to feel yourself come to a certain peak, if you will. So I do feel probably by the end of this month, maybe into May, you'll start feeling more you again. There's just something that feels like, right, I'm done with believing the lies fed by others. I'm done, feeling made to feel inadequate by other people, or I'm done with 2020, really physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm going to move myself into a better place of being. And then this comes in, and then you feel much more like you're in control, you're content, you're aligned with your happiness, you're able to start seeing things from a much more positive angle. Because, I'm not going to lie, some people have been really struggling to see the positivity, in the last however many months. It's been really difficult. So I don't blame you in the slightest if you've been one of them. But it is just a case of you are getting back into your confidence, back into your self-belief, getting back into your energy. And I think that's going to be really helpful for you in the coming months, just to feel more like you're doing something, you're working towards something, you're believing more about maybe something that you're creating, something that you're looking forward to, or just a feeling of, okay, I know where I'm going with this now. And that's really going to lead you into a very prosperous and hopefully beautiful and productive May. So now we're going to move on to Libra. Okay, Libra, what we got for you? Ooh, we got two here. We have Page of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Six of Swords. Ooh, okay. So I feel like for some of you Librans, there has been a kind of a need to change paths for a while. And I think you're finally going to be able to manifest or come to an understanding as to how you can do that. It feels a lot like there's something that you've been on this one road for a while, and then you finally are able to see the next one, or where you can go instead. An alternative path, a path that doesn't weigh you down so much, a path where you can travel a bit lighter, feel a bit freer. This is metaphorically, this could be literally, like literally moving house for some of you, but this gives you an extra vivid vigor. This gives you an extra yes. I have power, I have clarity of vision, I'm able to see things clearly, I'm able to know more about what is expected of me and what I expect of myself as well. It's something that feels a bit healing as well, because Six of Swords is you having this rite of passage. You've had this maybe tons and tons of lessons over the last year, and now you're moving forward with that knowledge, with the understanding of what you need, what you're capable of, what you can't do as well, which is important. Knowing what you can't do and what your body can't stand, your mind or emotions can't stand, is just as important as knowing what you can, because you need to recognize the signs as to where you need to step back, relax, and just kind of give yourself a break. Don't push yourself too hard, or else you'll kind of reverse all the good things that you're able to manifest over April. And I think that's very good for you to maybe reflect on, like, maybe I'm not good enough to do this, but I can do this. Or maybe I'm not feeling well enough to do this, but I can definitely work on this. And it's getting back into a sort of norm for you that may not be the normal that you're used to, but certainly the new normal, certainly something that feels like it fits the person who you are now. And then we have Seven of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So there is maybe a reluctance to move forward because you don't have a lot of faith in either a group of people or some people or a person. There's a lack of faith coming through here. Maybe there's a lack of faith that everything will be fine if you do take the risk, or if you do move forwards, or if you do change a little bit of your routine or your path. Maybe there's just a worry that it'll all kind of blow up in your face, which is why you're sitting on something, you're sitting on your laurels maybe, or you're not wanting to blow your own trumpet, or you're not wanting to invest in the trust that maybe would get you out of some kind of situation. You know, you could be a little bit more like, oof, I'm not certain I can manage this. Could be self-doubt as well. So you're just kind of contentedly sitting on what you have and protecting it for all it's worth, which can work sometimes, but I do feel that it's time now to move on, to move forwards. There's a period where you probably will feel more prepared to get out there, to get things. You don't want to rock the boat, I feel. Something that you just don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to have this kind of expanding or fussing you or making you feel a bit like, oh God, here we go again. Another thing to worry about, because, you know, last year was just ridiculous. Let's see. Wow, she came out in the Gemini one too, so she definitely wants to come out today. She is saying that there's confidence here. There's getting back to yourself, getting back to your power, getting back to feeling very in control, confidence, not being apologetic for who you are as well, and just owning that identity that you have. So she's definitely here to give you that feeling of, look, you can be brave here, you can be, you know, you can trust yourself and trust the instincts that you have, and trust the creation that you have, and the ability to manifest and bring things in, and the ability to affect change. So maybe don't worry too much about, you know, the directions that you feel that you're going. Just, you know, worry about the confidence and the care that you put into yourself. There's a tendency, I think, to be very like, I don't want to change anything, so you clamp down, or I don't want to rock the boat, so you clamp down on something. Now is the time to rock it. It's time to change something so you can actually move on and actually see the blessings and the good things that are coming towards you, even if it's a step by step a day, even if it's just getting there gradually, at least you're moving forwards. So I think this is definitely something to work on in April. And now I'm going to move on to Aquarius. Let's see. See what's coming to you guys. Okay. So out of some heartbreak, out of some setbacks, and maybe some illnesses, you have a new beginning coming up. For some of you, if you've had issues with feeling very low, feeling very down, communication, a bit of separation anxiety, maybe you have some grief or something like that, it feels like you're now overcoming that. You will overcome this. This is spontaneity, this is having faith, this is understanding that your journey is not just A to B, it's A to B, and then you get gear up, and then it's C, and then you complete C, and then it's C to D. It's a consistently changing journey, and I think you're wrapping up one stage now in order to get to the next one. So it's a constant evolution for you. And then we have Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles is very down to earth, very motherly. It could be a motherly figure that you decide to go and see, or it could just be somebody who's very important in your life. Sometimes she can be too literal. Sometimes she can just be like straight down logical, no emotion invested in her. And when you want comfort, she's just a straight down the line, this is the solution. Because if you want sympathy, if you want sensitivity, maybe better to go see a Pisces or a water sign. But she is very much somebody who is straight down the line, and she will assist you if you want her to. She will assist you if you ask. I feel that she is in your corner, but she's just very down the line. She does have two personalities, I feel. It could be that you meet her or know her work side first and then her human side to kind of see that there is one side and another. Let's see what else she's got here. 6 of Wands, okay, and 10 of Cups. So you are growing, you are moving forwards. I feel like you get similar to other air signs. I think it's Gemini. You are getting your courageous side back, and I do feel you're going to get that contentment too. This is all about moving towards something and setting your expectations and your belief in yourself very high, because I do believe that there's a power here for you, and there is something where you feel like you're coming into your own a little bit this month. Your progression is much better. It could be that she's really helping you, or I feel like a therapist maybe. She's not here to be cuckoo, hold your hand. She's there to say, look, this is maybe where you're going wrong. Maybe you need to do this. I feel like there's a therapist coming here, and she's able to assist you with feeling contentment, feeling this manifestation of, happiness and alignment, and feeling very content with your life, whether it be family or work life. She's there to help your mind settle, because Aquarian's mind can be over the top a little bit. Could be a doctor, health professional, but she feels very much like she's there to assist you with something. Wheel of Fortune. So this is you, I think, healing through April, understanding your progress, understanding your change, understanding the movement, and maybe dealing with the grief or whatever happened. You're turning a corner now, and this is where you decide. You just spin the wheel, see where you're going to go. Could be a personal decision. It could just be that you're feeling a bit spontaneous and you're like, right, well, I'm just going to decide to do whatever I want to do here. Maybe spin the wheel of a new project, see what takes my fancy. Decide to ring somebody or decide to try something new. But it does feel like this is the start of a new cycle for you. This is the start of something that feels, again, not just A to B, but maybe you're on D to E now. Just something that's you moving forwards consistently and feeling like you have that strong movement forwards. And it has to be always forwards, because otherwise I think you'll feel too stagnant. And that's not something Aquarius feels good with. Yeah, I think that's really good for you. I feel like you're going into a new realm, which will actually help you. It feels like it's uplifting you. But let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you, darling. And yeah, I think this is going to be a good month. Everything as to how to get in contact with me is below too. But in the meantime, take care of yourself, and I'll speak soon.